Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Running for Founders Club. Drop in the chat how many Founders Club points you have and how many unique accounts that you have. And drop in the chat if you are freaking excited about the launch of the Clear Protein. Woo! I hope everybody is doing, throwing those teasers out, doing the dripping, doing all the things. I am so excited for the trainer we have tonight. She is just precious, and she's not as precious as her son. I'm going to tell you something. I have never in my life, when we were, gosh, were we in Dallas? Is that where we were? I
Uh,
think we were in Dallas. Go ahead. Where are we at? Was
it
it
could have
Dallas?
been, or he's been there, or XLC in Miami. I don't know if you were.
No,
He
it
was
was
there.
Dallas. It was Dallas. So he comes, so we're walking to the elevator together. Y'all, he tips his hat and he says, "Hello, ma'am." I stole my heart, y'all. I have never seen anything so precious and so in my whole life. So I love her, but she ain't near as precious as her son. I'm gonna tell you, he is precious. So, but no, she is one of a kind, y'all. She is just, I mean, she's good at what she does. And I'm really, really excited for you to hear her tips and tricks and all the things that she has on her heart to share with us about how she got to Founders Club and all the time, every time, and what she has for us this time. So I'm going to go and turn it over to our good friend, and me and Christy and Stacy. We are so thankful that you do this, that you know, agreed to do this for us. But you guys welcome Stacy Rotello.
Oh, well, thank you for that sweet introduction. And yeah, he's a mess. But I appreciate that. You always makes you feel good to hear someone else brag on your baby. So thank you for that. And y'all, I am so excited to share. I was telling so many of y'all before when I got on, I'm like, oh my God, so many of my friends are on here, and they're friends because I have met a lot of you on Founders Club trips. Like really got to know you and spend time with you and just different trips. I know Heidi and I really connected in New York, and of course Nita's on my team, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So yes, I'm gonna say this, you guys. I had never really traveled a whole lot. Before Singular, I was a kindergarten teacher. If you don't know my story, I taught kindergarten for 7 years, and I started this to help my husband lose weight. He lost the weight. I was feeling great. Didn't drink the energy drinks anymore, and I was like, I have got to share this stuff, y'all. And that was in August of 2018, and I earned Panama because that year we were going to Panama. And I didn't even know Founders Club was a thing, y'all. I didn't even know. And then Christy Bland, she's like, girl, you're about to earn your first trip. And I'm like, or after, it had been my second trip with Iron Park City. I was like, what are you talking about? And ever since then, y'all, I was hooked. And I will tell y'all that number one, I love this trip, y'all know, because it's for everyone. It is literally for every single person. And I had to go get a passport to go because I didn't have a passport. There's that. And I love it because it builds around your business. Like it is truly the basis of your business, and something that I have done in every single year, and it has never failed me. And I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's a whiteboard back there, okay, at the back of my office. And on it, you guys, every year I have who is going for quick start on there. I have their name, and then how many, like when their quick start's up, and how many out of four they have, and how many points, right? And then from there, underneath that, I have who I need to move through the manager ranks. Y'all, if that is not in front of me, it is like out in La La Land to me. I have to have it. And y'all, and I'll be very honest, it is on a whiteboard for a reason. There's a lot of scratching and fixing and changing and adding, and that's okay. Just like our businesses, they're fluid. That is a like living, breathing document as far as I'm concerned. And then I also have on there, y'all, um, uh, customers that are on my radar that I want to upgrade to partner. Okay, and how do I know who those customers are? Something that I do every day is I go to the commissions report, and I look at, yes, I check subscription report, but I look at how, like, number one, how much we brought in as an organization for that day, but more than that, who is spending money? Like, who in my organization is spending money? y'all, if you've been here for a minute, you already know people roll up to you, and you may not know that because they may have been just ghosted out there, and maybe you were never connected with them, right? Maybe their partner was inactive, or they rolled up several levels and they're just still ordering product. And it's really hard to find those people just by digging through reports. You can, and I do that sometimes, but I look at my commission thing every single day. And it's really awesome too, because it'll be like if someone was a level 2, but you're getting paid as a 1 with them, meaning their person is not active. So I do that. And so that's how I know who's spending money. Plus, obviously, customers that I'm actively really coaching and working with, I know, but I have them on there who I want to upgrade. And how do I get people to upgrade? You guys, I will say that, not to toot my horn, but I'm pretty good at it. And it's because you want to have such a relationship built with your customers to where they don't only hear from you when there's a promo or a new product, that they will literally eat out of the palm of your hand. Now, that takes time, right? Sometimes that takes time to foster those relationships, and that's okay. It's a relationship. They're human. You don't think of them as like just a unique account or a number, right? They are human. But so of course I coach like day 1 through day 9, day 15, day 22, day 45. Like, I have certain check-ins that I check in on those customers. Plus I check in between, right? So really foster relationships. And then also on my whiteboard, I have my chicken list. I have people that I need to reach out to, because in this business, you cannot depend on them just to come to you all the time. Like, we don't only fish, y'all. We hunt. Okay. Now think about, what kind of people do you want on your chicken list? Well, for me, I want people that maybe I just really like them as a person. Maybe I'm like, I like what they put out on social media. They're positive. Maybe, y'all have something in common. They would just be like your dream partner, right? Those kind of people. Think about people that are always traveling, right? Hey, we have the best little free travel thing ever. Like, they would be great for this. Think about just people, like I said, that you love and admire. And think about people that have an influence. Okay. And I'll be very honest with y'all, because I don't want anyone to like be like, well, I reached out to someone and they told me no. I reached out to a pretty big influencer in my area. Like, I know her family. I knew her before she became an influencer, and all that. We go way back. And I reached out to her and I was like, hey, you would be really great at this. Like, it would be so easy. We would have your link out there. Da 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 da. I think you'd love the product. She's gonna get married. And she's like, perfect. Like, I'll call you whenever I get out of school, because she goes to college. She never called me, y'all. So I text her 3 days later, hey, just checking in. She ghosted me. That's okay. So I took her off my chicken list, right? Because she don't want to be on my list anymore. That's okay. But what I'm saying is, if you're not actively reaching out to people, then it's going to be really hard to, you can only fish so much. So that is something else that I do. And I make that a priority every day. I'm looking at my whiteboard. Whenever you are, though, fishing, whenever you are putting yourself out there, trying to attract people to you, y'all think like, and I don't know if y'all watch Room at the Top today, but Christina Stoltz did a really, really good thing. Okay. And I love the fact that even like, our new marketing lady, she said, we are all influencers, whether we know it or not. We influence people. Okay. We may not have a bajillion followers. You don't need a bajillion people to be successful in this business either. Right. But when you are influencing, think about what problems you are solving. We are professional problem solvers. Also, people they want to know you. Like, let them know you. Let them see you. Let them hear you. Like, talk on your stories. That is something I promise y'all I would have never earned Founders Club like I have been, and have the prospects that I do, if I didn't get on and show myself. I would not. A graphic is not going to do it for me. A video of like all these great videos and graphics that we have, which are wonderful tools, use them, but don't only use them. Show you. So that's that. And another thing, y'all, whenever you're thinking about people to reach out to, I will tell y'all right now, I could have very easily been overlooked and not been invited to Singular, because Staci didn't need to lose weight. I had a job. I was always happy. It was because I drank Red Bulls all day, but no one knew that. I was always had energy, right? No one knew I was really exhausted. And from the outside looking in, people might have not thought I needed the income. I needed all of those things more than anyone. So don't discriminate. Do not discriminate when you're reaching out to people. One other thing that I love to do is I connect my people. I say, if you isolate, you suffocate. Do not isolate your partners and your customers. Every day, just about, I will go, and if I have one or two customers that are on my board or they're, getting great results, I will throw them in a chat with 3 or 4 different people because we're all in this together, right? And don't be surprised sometimes if I throw you all in a chat and say, hey, this is my friend so and so. She's doing so great. So and so, these are my friends. We all do this together. We love to celebrate people. We all just show her some love and share your quick story. I do that all the time to show the community. Because if you isolate, you're going to suffocate. I don't ask, I just do. And not one time has one person not wanted to be loved on. Trying to think what else. That is really a few things that I had. And y'all can ask me questions too, but another thing, I go and I actually got this idea from Melissa a long time ago. She's like, girl, I'll go and I look at that resort and I picture where I'm gonna be at. Like I picture my tail on that side of the pool drinking my fruity drink, right? Like I do that too. I have to do that. Like I envision myself. Otherwise, again, it's out there. And this is a trip for every single person, every person. But if you don't work at it, you're not going to have it. It's not just going to fall in your lap, right? It is work, but it's so worth it. And break it down, 1 or 2 a month. I'm kind of behind on that. I got some catching up to do. I got 3. But you get what I'm saying. Like, just don't overthink it. Have it in front of you. Don't isolate. Yes, isolate, you suffocate. And y'all, who wants to be suffocated? Like, no, I want to, like, we have such a wonderful community. Let people be a part of that. So, questions or anything else you want me to?
Hey, Staci, I
that.
was late. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was late, so I don't know if did you talk about what you do for customer appreciation?
Did not, Trudy. Oh,
You should talk about that.
I should. No, and I honestly I forgot because I was talking about relationships, right? And something, y'all, that has really fostered a relationship with my customers. And Trudy knows this because we had dinner one night at Founders Club once again. So I want to go on these trips, you get to hang out and meet all kinds of new people. And every month I will do a customer appreciation. And what I do, I use Project Broadcast to communicate with my downline because it's, after 6.5 years, kind of got quite a bit. I can't send out all those messages. But either way, even if you're not there yet and you just do Messenger, I do a thing to where I give away a product or two for any order. And and then some months it's been like where if it's on subscription, it's 2 entries or whatever, but it's been wonderful. And here's why. Number one, I'm in communication with my customers. I appreciate them, right? And it's really, really good on product education. So like there's been months, y'all, that like one month I did like global blend and cardio, right? And of course I say what they do, the benefits. I had customers go and buy those products because those don't come in a kit unless you buy the advance, which I don't sell a lot of those. But you get what I'm saying, like the global blend does. And they're like, I need that. My dad needs that. And so it's just been really, really good. And then of course the next month, whenever I announce the winner and do it's just built really, really good rapport. And again, my customers, like they're like, they message me about like lifestyle stuff. Like if they're, if they got a new grandbaby or whatever, like you just really want to foster those relationships and then they'll do anything for you.
Awesome. Anybody else got anything? All right, is Christy on here? Did I see Christy and Staci?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep. One of y'all go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Staci, I want to say that when you talk about having those relationships with your customers, following up with them, keeping in contact with them, guys, that is so important. That is the bread and butter of your business. And not because they're customers, but like Staci said, those people can be your next distributor. Those are partners. They can be your next rock star because the work's already done. They already love the products. And the only thing you need to talk to them about is how to get their products paid for. And from there, after they start doing that, you guys know how it goes. We start hitting ranks. We start making bonuses and making good money. But I'll tell you this, 99%, 12 plus years I've been here, 99% of my distributors or partners have been customers first. I've only had one person that I can think of right off the top of my head that came in for both product and business at the same time. Everyone else has told me, yeah, I might be interested in the business, but let me see how this works for me first. So make sure that you are going through your back office, just like Staci said, go through your reports and see who's ordering consistently and make sure that you've got those relationships with them and always have the conversation with them about upgrading to be a partner and to come with you. So great training, Staci. Loved it.
Well, thank you. And something else too, that I'll add on to that, Staci, is so many times people feel like they can't do this because they've got other jobs. 99% of people have other jobs besides Engler. I understand that. And then that's where you just reassure, like, hey, like for me, I say I worked this full time for a whole year as a teacher and built up to a good business. You can do it. But I always just let them know, hey, there's no pressure. Like, I value you. I value our friendship. This would be an added positive to you, and I would help you and guide you every step of the way. Like, there is no pressure. I don't say so many sales. I just say, hey, we're just going to help some people and get your things paid for, and we'll figure it out from there. So just really reiterate that, y'all, because so many times people are like, oh my God, I'm going to have to go Facebook Live and do the. And no, y'all, like, I don't even like to go live. I do it, but it took a while to get there. So
I love that, Staci. Great training. And I loved when you said, if you isolate, you suffocate, because I feel like our community is so special. And if we're not involving people in the community and just being like, and I love that you do that not only with partners, but also with customers, because, we usually do that like after they've done their 8-day and stuff, but I'm going to do it all the time now. Because here's the thing, like if we want people to see how special this is, we have got to get them involved. We've got to celebrate them. We have to get them to see the bigger vision. So I loved that. I like wrote it down 3 times on my paper. And then the customer appreciation thing, I love that too, because I'm big on building those relationships. And I think that's a great, great, great idea. So thank you so much for doing all of this for us.
yeah, you're so welcome. And I'll just say this, when enrollments are down, because, as we know, our businesses can go like this, those loyal customers are like Sadie said, they're your bread and butter. Like, they're going to keep you afloat, right? I mean, they're already there. So definitely take care of them. And then Melissa, I think you wanted me to talk about some tips on how I'm promoting the clear protein too, right?
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, once again, I talk on my stories, and that is what I do all the time because people feel like they know me on there. But I do, I'm talking on there, and I'm just really promoting it. And y'all, I am going, like, I went and watched Chanel's thing yesterday, and I was sitting at my computer here, and like my notes are, I'm like chicken scratch here, but I have got pages of notes that I wrote from her because I know I don't have to be an expert. I don't have to be a scientist, but I want to sound like I know what the heck I'm talking about. Right. And that's what sets us apart. So, I'm kind of dripping on my stories about how, it's lactose. I'm personally someone that hasn't come out and said it's a clear protein. I haven't done that. I'm dripping like, oh my gosh, it's lactose free. You're going to love it. It has methylated B12. Like, I'm kind of doing that. And I'm going to tell you that I think something really important with that is, like, if you go to my page, I have pinned at the top, I've done like a whole deep dive into the gut collective, and I have it pinned at the top of my page. That brings me customers to this day because they go on and they watch it and they message me and they're like, okay, I need to know about that, right? And then we get in a conversation. So don't think when clear protein don't come out that I'm not going to get on live and do a deep dive about it too, because I want to sound educated. So I'm doing that. I'm totally educating myself, doing all the groundwork. I'm having a call to action whenever I post about it on my stories, whenever I'm talking about it. DM me with the word clear to get the scoop. That's what I'm saying. And my list is filling up. People that I never have once talked to about Zingular are asking me about it. So whenever I message them, I voice them. And I'm like, hey, yeah, like I'm so excited to share with you. It is a clear protein. It has got 20 grams of European grass-fed whey protein isolate. It's amazing. It's so crisp. Like I'm just like selling it like Chanel does, right? And then I'm dropping from the app, which I love, the information graphic on it, right? And I kind of let them look at it. I'm like, hey, let me know if you want me to add you to my list, to let you know when it's releases on the 11th, so I can get you rolling with it. And it's working really, really well. So talk about it, be confident. Even if you don't have it yet, it's okay. You can still be confident in it, right? You can say, hey, I don't have it yet, but our product developer, this girl's products have been on USA Today. She knows what she's talking about. She develops, like, just really, really talk that up, the value in what we have. And then have a call to action for sure. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. Oh, and I'm also reaching out to inactive partners and old partners. And I'm telling them, inactive ones, I'm like, hey, I know you've kind of been out of the loop for a while, totally understand, but I want you to know what's coming down the pipe. And I also want you to know that there is no weight loss coaching. If you just want to sell clear protein, you've got a $10 off code. You're going to love it. Everyone needs it. It is a great opportunity for something simple. You don't have to coach weight loss if you don't want to. Like I'm telling them that. And I've got some that are coming back. And so that's also something that I'm doing, is just going to people for the business opportunity, because y'all, like, this can be huge, so big. I mean, like, I think it's going to be bigger than GLP-X was. And we're not going to run out of it. So that's even better. That's some stuff I'm doing.
That's awesome. I've got I've got so many notes just from her training tonight. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining us. I'll tell you, like in my spirit before this month got here, I just declared the word abundance over February and going forward, because I truly believe that this is going to be the month of abundance and the year of abundance. And that is just what I just keep feeling. And I know, and I'm praying for. I'm praying it for my team. I'm praying it for all of you. And, we had at one point changed the declaration of Ephesians 20 to the prayer of Jabez. But I'm just like, with everything that's coming and just the things that are going, popping in my spirit, I'm sticking with Ephesians 3:20, because that's what we're all going to experience, this abundance. So I'm just going to keep declaring it over us, and I'm just going to keep shouting it from the rooftops, because I believe it. And I'm going to declare Ephesians 3:20 over you and your team. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask, because we honor him. His blessings are going to chase us down and take us. You are in the right place at the right time. And I declare a boldness to rise up in each one of you. God is going to open supernatural doors. People are going to seek us out, and we are going to rise in the ranks, because we give him the honor and glory for it all. I love you guys so much. Have a great night.
Thank y'all.